Hello everyone, I'm here tonight with items from my Petra dress. Now, this is going to be a little bit different, and you'll see as I go on what I mean. Those of you who watched my previous video, I'm not sure if it was the Chitty Chat one or the one before that with a preview or whatever, but I mentioned that I had a dress that had a ton of appliques and they were really easy to get off. This is that dress. The ton of appliques part was correct. The easy to get off part was so not right, and I'll explain that as I go on. So first off, I have the hem, and everything on this dress is white, pure white. The hem has, and you will see this on all of the appliques, the clear sequins, the round beads, and there are seed beads in here too. You can see those over, where are they? Over here in this section. And the hem, as you can see, is on a tulle background, and once you remove it from the satin, this is what it looks like, and it does have sort of a rough edge along there. This part is still on the satin. So here's the dealy-hoo. I am not going to remove this from the satin. To take this hem off, there are 8 yards of hem available. I estimate it would take me well in excess of 8 hours to remove all 8 yards from the satin. So consequently, I'm going to sell it at a lower price than usual. So I'm asking $1.50 per yard, and it will come to you looking like this, okay? And there are places where you're going to get extra. I'm trying to see if I can see one here. No, there's none coming up. There are a few places I think where you may get an extra piece sort of attached up the top there. But anyway, so that's the hem, $1.50 per yard, but you will need to remove it yourself. And in a minute, I'm going to show you how you'll need to do that. But before I do that, I want to show you the bodice. Now, the bodice is the best part, I think. I'm asking $20 for this bodice, and let me zoom out so we can maybe see most of it. There we go. So the one thing I will tell you is it has a small stain, and I'm going to see if that will show up on camera or not. I don't know. It is, I'm going to try and point to exactly where the stain is, right here, and it is on the embroidery right there. It's those 3 little parts right there, and it probably isn't showing up because the way the light's hitting it. As far as I know, that's the only flaw on it, but it has this gorgeous beading around the neck there. It has this beautiful medallion here, but the best bit is the sleeves, where you've got lots and lots of appliques here that you can use, and these are at least partly on tulle rather than all on satin, so they are somewhat easier to remove, or they will be. I'll flip it over, show you the back. And that's what the back looks like. Just a zipper, no buttons on this one. I'm asking $17 for this bodice. And let me now show you. Woo! I just caught my light with my with the bodice and nearly had it over. Now let me get on to showing you appliques. So remember I said about this having many appliques? Yeah. Okay, so here's 3 of them. There are a variety. This is one of the smallest ones, and it looks like this, and that's actually another piece, and sometimes they come apart and sometimes they don't. As you can see, the smallest piece is still the length of my hand. These, when they come off from the satin, are going to look shabby. They're going to have that very shabby look to them because the edges are going to be rough. Occasionally, as you can see there, you're going to get little holes. That happened right there. And there will always, there's going to be small flaws, but that's what it will look like. Here is a bigger one, and this is the size that I have the most of, and a little bit longer than the size of my hand, okay? And then there are ones that are even longer. A lot of the times what this is it's too stuck together is really what it is, but if I could separate them easily I did so, but a lot of the time I can't do that, so I leave them like that. So when I cut all these off of the dress, let me just show you the pile. Okay, that pile right there is not even all of them, and it's, I mean, there's so much in that pile, it's crazy. There were more than 160 appliques on this dress. Yes, 160 plus. It took me at least 2 hours just to do the rough cutting like this, okay? Now, I timed how long it took me to remove one of these from the satin. Let me tell you how long that took me. I have to look it up. It's in my book here. It took me almost 5 minutes for this one here. Almost 5 minutes. Now, if you get a set of 5 of these, so it takes you, you know, this would take a bit longer, this would take a bit longer. So you get a set of 5, under an hour, right? You've got them all. Yeah, that's great, but there's absolutely no way I can do 160, right? I'm sure you understand that. So consequently, I'm afraid I am only going to sell them like this, and then you will have to cut them yourself. However, of course, I am doing them really cheap. So I'm doing them in sets of 5 only. And a set of 5 like this on the satin is $3.75. So that's only 75 cents per piece. So that's that. Now, there is 2 more things. I said that I would show you, give you an idea of why this is hard and how you would need to do this, because you might as well have this information so you know whether you want to try this. So I have tried several different ways to do this, and the only way to do this is to have very small tip scissors. These are my, just so you know, these are my Fiskars scissors. This spring can get kind of fatiguing on the hands, but the blades on these are the best as far as staying sharp, and they do have a very fine point. And so I have been using these exclusively now for, I don't know, 6 months, 8 months. So what you have to do is you have to get right in between the satin and the applique and clip and clip, and then you pull apart like that, and you just keep doing that over and over, and sometimes you will get little rips. Not a big deal, don't worry about it. Like I said, they're gonna look shabby anyway. And so you just keep doing this. Every now and again you get in a really good spot and you get a fairly big piece, pops off, the stitches pop off all at once. But mostly it's just incredibly time consuming, and I'm not even going to finish with that part. I'm going to come down here and show you this part down here, because that part where I was is just the worst on the whole thing. So I'm going to slip in there and try and cut a stitch, and I'm sorry for every time I go off camera there. There we go, see, like that. Okay, if it was all that easy it wouldn't be as bad, but it's not. And if you do it right, you do, the beads and sequins do stay on there. Okay, so that's the idea. So again, set of 5 for $3.75. You will get a random assortment, so size, whatever, you don't know. I'll just put them together randomly. But there's one more thing, which is that I decided to get creative yesterday, and I was feeling like doing something fun. So I decided to try dyeing these, and I'm going to show you my results. Now, it may be that nobody will want these and nobody will want the dyed ones, but if you would like a set of dyed appliques. Again, it will be random sizes. It will still come on the satin, but those will be $5 for a set of 5. And let me show you the colors I came up with. Now I'm going to be having a fuss with my camera here, and I apologize because it's going to be kind of tricky. But so that one there is number 1, and that's tea dyed, except it's not really. None of these are, it's not tea dyed. It's me using a variety of dyes that I have available. This one right here is a dusty rose. It's number 2. Number 3 is baby pink. And these colors are coming out fantastic on the white background there. I'm so pleased with this. That was number 3, baby pink. Number 4 is bright pink, and it may come across actually even a little brighter than it really is on the camera. It does on the viewfinder, but it is a very, very bright pink. Number 5 is a pale blue. Okay, and then let me move. I'm actually going to move the sheet. That's easier than moving the camera here. Bring this in and go up here. So this is number 5, and that is, oh sorry, no, that's number 6. This is bright blue, and it's actually brighter than it's showing up through my viewfinder, and it is kind of a teal tone to it. Next we have gray. That's number 7. And then we have violet, which is not, again, is showing up way brighter on my viewfinder than it really is. It's a I would say middle tone. It's certainly not soft. It's not a soft purple, but it's not like neon. So that's violet, and then we have fuchsia. Now the fuchsia really is neon, okay, and that's something changed with the lighting. That's really weird because that's not accurate at all what I'm seeing through my viewfinder. It is closer to a pink than a purple, and it is very, very bright. Okay, so those are my colored appliques, my dyed appliques. Let me bring the other sheet over again. So if you would like any of those, just let me know which color and how many sets, and I will do that for you. I am hoping to do some dyed flowers again soon. I used to do those way back years ago, and they are so much fun, and I want to do them again. And so this was sort of a test thing for me to play around with these colors. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully get to that within the next couple weeks, but I will only be doing orders this time. I'm not going to make them and just sell them. I'm going to actually do orders. So what do you think? I think these actually came out really nice. I rather like them. So yeah, let me know if you'd like any of these things. Email preferred down below in the description bar. Much prefer if you contact me via email. Yeah, I guess that's it. Thanks so much for watching, and tell me what you think of the colors and of the my doing this dyeing. I know some of these colors are kind of crazy, but hey, okay, you get what you get, right? Thanks so much, guys. Bye.